Speaking of good looking, here we got Jorge Masvidal with us right now, looking great at the weigh-in. Jorge, how you feeling, man? Obviously a different deal this time around.
I feel great, man. I feel ready to compete, give it my all tomorrow, get my hand raised at all costs.
How different is it going to be for you to have fans in the building? I know you feed off that energy.
It's going to be a treat, you know, especially the Florida fans. I don't know who tuned into the press conference yesterday, but if you did, you can see some of them Florida Wild Boys, how crazy they were going, you know. I got to give them a show. They didn't come here for no man-to-man hugging or rubbing feet. They only came here for one thing and one thing alone, and that's for violence. And that's the type of performances that I deliver, a lot of science and a lot of violence behind it.
You know, Jorge, I was talking about the fact that all the fans, do you think that that'll play into the amount of time that you guys can spend in the clinch? Because fighting on Fight Island, there is no booing. There is no interactions from the fans. Do you think that they'll start to go crazy and you'll get more restarts if Usman tries to impart that same game plan?
I try not to think of those things because I've worked very hard in neutralizing that situation. So I plan on not letting that play a factor at all. If we get to the cage, I'll get out of the cage shortly after. I won't let the fans even booze my train of thought.
Jorge, so how do you feel right now? Because yesterday you said your weight was much closer, but any weight cut is hard. How excited are you to get back to the rehydration phase of this and just start to feel good again?
I feel great right now. I feel great coming in. I don't cut a lot of weight to compete at 170 pounds. I cut between 7 and 9 pounds is what I usually cut. So I hurt like everybody, you know, but not to that extreme. Where I was the last time. So right now I'm ready to compete, you know. I drink a couple more of these and I'd be ready to break Usman's face today. I don't need the 24 hours, but I'll gladly take them.
Jorge, I think everybody knows that we are going to see a much better version of you this time out, but I wonder too, are you even expecting to see a better version of Kamaru? Or do you feel like you saw the best?
Yeah, I'm expecting to see a better version of him. I don't think he was at 100% just because we had to fly overseas. Both of us had to fly overseas, and we both had to compete at a weird time. It was like 7, 8 in the morning, so we had to wake up at like 5 in the morning or whatever time he chose to. So I know for a fact he wasn't at 100%, but I know for a fact I was nowhere near 100%. So I'm predicting him to be the best Usman I've ever seen, but it's going to fall short to the best game that everybody's ever seen.
Hey, Jorge, is there anything about Usman that surprised you in that first fight, whether it was good or bad, his strengths, his weaknesses? Anything surprised you?
His willingness to rub feet with another man was quite impressive.
Kamaru is weighing in right now. We're watching Kamaru
169 and 1/2 pounds, the official weight for the champion Kamaru Usman.
So there's Usman on weight. Obviously, Jorge, I know you've talked about the feet rubbing quite a bit. Did you learn anything else about his fighting style that will help you this time around?
He's scared to strike, and I don't blame him.
You know, Jorge, you talk about some of the things that you guys expected to see that showed themselves in the fight. A guy that's fought in rematches myself, those really benefit you. How much time did you spend on just truly capitalizing on those different things? Because at 60, 75% as you were last fight, you're able to go 25 minutes and pick up on those things. How much time did you spend on trying to exploit those?
We spent a good time in just neutralizing all the positions where the fight would lean towards him, like him pressing me up against the cage and just keeping me there. And then obviously new things that he could bring into the fight, you know. And then always I focus on my strength as well. So a good part, and it was way before the fight was announced. It was as soon as the fight was over between me and him, the first one, I got into the gym and addressed those situations. Whether I fought him a week from then or never fought him again, I was going to fix those situations for life so I'd never have those problems again. So this is not like last night we started working on neutralizing them. We started working about 8, 9 months ago on how to fix these issues. It just so happens I get to prove it to him and to the world tomorrow how much work we put in these areas.
Jorge Gamebred Masvidal arriving in style here in Jacksonville from Miami in a private jet, and then just getting into his Rolls Royce, always looking good and feeling good too going into this fight on Saturday night. Jorge, thank you very much.
God bless everybody. Take care.